Hello everyone. I am a intuitive reader, tarot card connoisseur, and this is my first tarot card reading that I figured I would videotape to try and channel for the collective and get in tune with my own tarot reading a little bit better. So I hope you enjoy. Today's message, I'm trying to channel just a general collective intuitive message, trying to see what spirit needs to say for anybody who is watching this right now. For pile number 1, you have the beautiful Labradorite. For pile number 2, we have this beautiful Carnelian. And for pile number 3, we have this Angelite. So pretty, I love that color blue. Before we start this, I would just like to invite you to take one nice deep breath with me, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. We're channeling for your highest good, and we're trying to get any collective thoughts, any general, just trying to leave space for spirit to say any messages. So, without further ado, let's get into the signifier. For pile 1, we have the Two of Wands as the signifier here. Just have one card. Go with that one. Oh wow, we have some 2s energy. For pile number 2, we have the Two of Wands. Oh wow. Interesting. Oh. Ooh. And for pile number 3, we have the Three of Swords here. So if you resonate with any one of these piles, go ahead and pick now, because I'm going to start my reading for pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Two of Wands, which says choice, decisions, first steps, choosing a path, future planning in the dark, preparing to leave the comfort zone, and should I stay or should I go? With the Labradorite stone. Let's start off with some, okay, well, tarot cards. Or not tarot cards, some oracle cards. Okay, right off the bat. You have Independence with the Moon in Aquarius. Oh, and one more. You have the Vision card with the Sun in Pisces. And one more, please. And we have Order with the Moon in Virgo. Let's see here. Now I'm going to get some out of the Moonology deck. What do we need to hear with pile number 1? What does pile number 1 need to hear? Take less and feel more with the last quarter moon in Pisces. Okay, I see we're seeing some Pisces energy here. And attune to the divine with the new moon in Pisces. So definitely have a lot of Pisces energy here. Let's see. Okay. And one from the self-care deck. Oh, sorry. We have make an altar. Okay. Interesting. Let's get some tarot cards here. Can we please have some cards for pile number 1? Ooh, we have the High Priestess. You have certainly have some intuitive energy here. Please get some cards here. Okay, let's see what your cards are. You have the Queen of Swords. Wow, you have some really interesting energy here. With Judgment. You have the Seven of Swords in reverse. And the Nine of Wands, clarified by the Chariot. Wow. The Six of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles and the Fool in reverse. Interesting. I'm sensing a lot of feminine energy in here. Regardless of if you're a male or a female, I'm definitely getting tune into your feminine side a lot more and tuning into that divine intuition and that divine feminine. Obviously, you have the tune to the divine with the new moon in Pisces here. There's obviously a lot of Pisces energy here. You have the High Priestess. We have, I mean, look, female, 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 female. All of these are women. I think right now you're dealing with a decision, or you have been thinking about back and forth or trying to be more spiritual or trying to meditate a lot. You obviously have this idea, you have this vision, but you have a little bit of blockage here, down here. Okay, so I am seeing that the Spirit is trying to say, obviously tap into the divine, have a connection, try and make a connection. I can see here with the Six of Swords in reverse that the blockage here that's keeping you from this decision is based on a thought process. I think that you have a pretty good thought process. But I think that you are judging yourself quite a bit. It seems to me like there is a lot of forward thinking. I see that because the Chariot, there's something coming at you. And also I'm hearing like something is coming for you. I think that there is decision making, or there is spiritual guidance that can come from meditating, and I think you would heavily benefit from meditation here. I'm thinking, yeah, so to me it seems that this is a thought process. There is obviously something coming at you, and Spirit is trying to say, get in touch with your spiritual side and get in touch with your intuitive side. You see this like talk less and feel more. To me, that's like get out of your mental body, get out of that swords energy, and get into this physical dimension. Feel more. And with this Nine of Pentacles, I'm sensing that there is judgment onto this physical space. And the Nine, I'm getting like, I almost want to say like the Wish card. I don't know, that just keeps coming into my head. But I'm hearing that there's judgment over your self-worth. Yeah, that's because the energy in your head is not in your thought processes are, something has happened in the past that has made it hard for you to indulge into the physical space here. I think that you're very powerful. Obviously, look at this independence. You know what you want. I think you're even creating what you want. Yeah, I'm hearing that you're having issues with self-worth. And this, where this is saying imposter syndrome, secrets, making amends for wrongdoings. I think this is why the Fool is in reverse. And don't worry too much about things being in reverse. It's an energy, but usually when it's flipped upside down, that means that there's a blockage in that energy. So just because that energy is present, reverses aren't the worst thing in the world. They're just telling me, they're clarifying to me why certain energies are blocked. It looks like there's like a new pathway for you, a new beginning, if you will. We obviously have the Fool card, which is a major arcana. This is telling me, and we start with the High Priestess. It almost feels like we're ending with the Fool. I'm hearing that this card usually I would say that this would be the end of it, of the reading. But what I just heard was that this is like the secret. Perseverance, resilience, testing of faith, the final push. I think that these ideas, that you're going through something. You're changing your thought process. There is physical manifestation. I think that there is something that's going on. Are you raising your vibration? Is it hard for you to raise your vibration? Yes. Okay, so if you're struggling with having to actually attune to this, we're getting guidance here that says make an altar, talk less, feel more. What are ways that you can feel more connected? What are ways that make you feel connected to the divine? What are ways that make you feel connected to yourself? I love that. Okay, I'm feeling called to pull out 2 more cards here for self-care, because I feel like there's some more. What are ways that pile number 1 can help attune to the divine here? Hydrate. And read. You know what's interesting is this seems like the same girl. same hair. It looks like it's like the same eyes. Here, what I'm seeing with the hydrate is, you know, like the first thing that came to mind when I saw this was I've seen, not rituals, is that what it's called? You know, like, talking to water, like if you are to say, like, putting your intentions into water. So if you say, you know, I've heard that water is the most intuitive of all of the elements. You know, there's no wonder why tarot has all of, you know, the 4 elements, and water is known as emotion. It's feminine, and it's also one of the most receptive emotions, but this also holds true in science. Water, when you pass vibration through it, so if you, like, there was a study done back in the early 2000s of pictures where the scientists took pictures of, and I'll link this in the bio, of water after saying I love you, and then took pictures of the water crystals, and then, you know, words of like I hate you, and saw the difference between those two. I think that what I'm seeing here is if you put your like intention or love, or you can even whisper things like into the water and then drink it. Like I feel like, look at it, like just kind of going around like her, and also like her aura is boosted with water. I'm feeling that might be helpful for you guys. If that doesn't resonate with you, then just, you know, of course, drinking water and staying hydrated and, you know, is never going to harm you. I'm hearing that maybe yes, read, but I think that there's probably, and this is only going to resonate for maybe some of you, I think you've been reading something. I think that there's been, you already kind of know with read, like I think you might have an idea there. I think that's like a very personal message. Is there anything else that I can... Oh. Interesting. Wow. I'm hearing... This is interesting. I'm hearing that maybe you're overgiving or are overgiving your time. Maybe you're not saying your piece. Are you oversharing? No, I don't think it's that. I think it's more of... What's the word? Oh, I think you're caring about other people too much, and you're realizing this and you don't know how to mitigate it, maybe. There's something that's happening within you. This is leading to this like internal upheaval, which is like making you frustrated, and maybe you have a hot temper. I've been there, and I am the same. I feel that so hard. I think that right now, this is like a moment for boundaries. I think this is a moment for self-care, obviously. We've seen this with, you know, so number one, attuning to the divine, but number two, just, it seems like you need to just sit down and take care of yourself a little bit more. I think just being kinder to yourself is going to really help you. Yeah. I feel like I want to pull one more card. I feel like maybe you don't know how. You're so used to taking care of other people. We'll take 2. Whoa. Self-love for sure. And connect with the earth. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel like you need to spend some time alone and just heal yourself. Say kind words to yourself. I think that you've put yourself through a lot and you are just overextending yourself. So don't be afraid to relax. Oh my gosh. Almost knocking over the camera. Yeah, I definitely feel like you need to rest a little bit more. Okay, my beautiful pile number one. I hope that this was helpful. And I hope that this can inspire you to help yourself and help your healing journey and attuning to your spirit guides. This is a very clear message for them. But yeah, this is what I'm seeing, and we'll see you again next time. Bye. Hello, pile number two. You have chosen the Page of Wands and the beautiful Carnelian represents the root chakra. All right, so let's go ahead and get some oracle cards out here to place here in your reading, or a little bit further away here. Let's start there. I had to change my camera angle a little bit because my camera decided to die. Okay, let's get some cards up here. From the Self-Care Oracle deck. I give this a nice little riffle here. One more time. All right, connecting to the divine order. All right, can we get some cards, please, for pile number two? We have Use Your Hands. And this one. Ooh, Read. We got this later on in pile number one. And one more. Some alone time. Okay, and from the Moonology deck, give it a good riffle. Please have some general guidance reading for pile number two, please. We have Go For It with a new moon in Aries. And we have Keep Your Heart Open with the first quarter moon in Libra. Okay, and from this deck here, please, can we have some guidance? Oh, this is the same deck. Wow. Okay, we have, these are two of the same cards from the last. Oh, we're gonna need some more room for the. How is that? Doesn't work. How about that? Okay. Something creative is going on here, for sure. You have the Venus in Cancer with birth. So that's definitely creative energy. You have Keep Your Heart Open. Go for it. So that, yeah, okay. Let's see here. We have the Devil card. Can we please get some tarot cards here for pile number 2? Two more, I heard. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely. Are you pregnant? We have birth. We have pregnant. Independence. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. The 9 of Swords. The 7 of Cups. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Swords. A lot of sword energy, yeah. And the 10 of Swords. Okay, so you have a clear choice about something that you're passionate about. I feel like you've been working on a project, or there's been hesitancy, definitely a project with the birth, or a pregnancy. Something that you're passionate about, you've been having to make a choice. It looks like you're being consumed with mental energy here. I'm seeing it like hesitancy, like I feel like the new moon in Aries, saying go for it means that there's gotta be something has stopped you from being able to do that. Yeah. Here we have the Devil. Clarified by the 9 of Swords. Are you chained to a certain way of thinking? I feel like your thought process here, you have mental conflict here, carried by the Knight of Wands, which is just trying to come forward into this energy of passion and creativity. I see a ton of creativity here. Yeah. You have something that's your baby, a project that you've been working on, what have you, something that you've been working towards. I'm almost feeling like you use your hands with it. I think that might resonate for some of the people. For whatever reason, it's tied to your character. It's tied to your identity. This is like your love child, your brain child. And I think that the way that you're thinking about this is limiting you. I see that you are addicted to this thought pattern, which is keeping you up at night. I feel like feelings of like you may not think that you are good enough. But I feel like you know in your heart, because she has her hands over her heart, and then keep your heart open. I think that you know in your heart of hearts that this project is something that you are like almost destined to do, or this thing that you've been working on in your heart of hearts, it's good. I think you're getting overwhelmed by these like external, like, is this going to be good enough? Is this not? That has nothing to do with it. I don't think that is the correct process of thinking. I think it's more of like you get the opportunity to create. I almost feel like you can get overwhelmed with the different types of choices that are involved. But I'm also seeing that when you look inside your heart, you know what the right answer is, because it's clarified by the Queen of Cups, the 7 of Cups. And I feel like she's like looking within here in the 7 of Cups. I think that if you choose your heart, and maybe this is why you get the keep your heart open card here, all of that negative thinking, like that poor thought process is actually going to go away. I don't think that there's any reason for you to stop just because the way that you're thinking is just, I don't think is clear. Yeah. You have night energy here. Something's happening rather quickly, maybe. Yeah. I think you're trying to transition into this queen energy here. I think you have the queen energy when you actually look inside your heart and nurturing it. Right now, I think that because this is the main signifier here, I think you're defeating yourself. I mean, look, like, it looks like the blood. It almost feels like this character has like put the swords into his own back. I think you're stabbing yourself in the back. I think you're turning away from what you know is to be true in your heart. And you know what? I just feel like, with the Queen of Swords here, I feel like you're getting deceived. I think that you think you're on the right track is what's going on to me. And I think that things are happening quickly, and so you think that you're level-headed. Which maybe you are logically. I feel like the head and the heart aren't talking. What you logically know to be true probably is true, but you're not giving yourself the credit. Yeah. You're chained. You're chained to this idea, and it's consuming you. Almost even like maybe you're addicted to this way of thinking. I think that you think this way, but really you're not in this energy. But you think you are. Another thing that's coming into mind is are you having fear-based beliefs? Is this coming when you ask yourself about this project or this birth or creation of something that's coming into light, that's coming into fruition? Are you thinking of this from a fear-based standpoint, or are you thinking of this from a love-based standpoint? And I feel like this represents the love when you get your priorities right. I feel like this is also a time to say slow down and maybe not do life as fast right now. I think you can afford the luxury of, I think you're thinking in a fast-paced mindset, which is ultimately speeding time up. And so I think, like, you know, regrounding yourself, I think you're pushing outwards a lot. I know you're trying to be independent. I know you're trying to put all these into order. It seems like you're trying to get these into place. You're almost ready to, like, you know, debut said thing, or this thing is getting near the end. And I think you might be getting overwhelmed. I mean, we see this with the Five of Swords. It's almost like turning your back on the very thing that's your passion. Yeah. Absolutely, I would read. I think one of the ways that you can help yourself is by giving yourself alone time. Using your hands. I do feel like if for some of you, this is going to resonate with, you might be already using your hands for said project. And maybe it's just the difference of using your hands in a different light. Something that feels different, just to shake you out of your thought process. I do feel like these negative thought patterns or some form of toxic thought pattern is awry. And I think breaking that habit will do you some good. I'm going to get some more cards out here to see what else you can hear, and then I'm going to also get some more oracle cards out here. Spirit, please tell me what pile 2 needs to hear, and one more. Oh. Ah. Yes, okay, that's what I thought. You have the Five of Pentacles. you have the High Priestess, you have the Hermit, and then you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So yeah, this is further telling me that my lovely pile number 2. I'm seeing that. So, okay, all right. Well, let's start from here. So when I read, you know, this is funny that I remember this because I read the book of this tarot deck so long ago. This is the Five of Pentacles in the Fyodor Pavlov tarot deck, one of my favorite tarot decks. And when he was talking about this in his when he was making this card, was that he, like, something to the effect of, the people here are kind of keeping themselves out. Like, there is this coin, there is, go get your bag, through these gates and these walls that we put up. And I think, like, he mentioned somewhere in it, like, that, like, in his mind, the way that he pictured it, it was like the wall or that door here, it was unlocked. And this poor me mindset of it's something into physicality. I think you're bringing this into physicality now. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. So for sure with the High Priestess, especially right next to the Hermit card, is I think you really need to take time right now to just pause and reflect on why you did this project in the first place. I'm seeing alone time. This is absolutely alone time. And meditate in your alone time. Try and connect with your inner self. Try and really get to, connect with your spirit guides. Meditate. No, I think it's like bringing you back to your intuitive roots here. And I think with the Hermit in the book here, with reading, it's like learning the right mindset, or learning how to be into, or relearning why you're doing this in the first place. I think we've lost sight of this. I think with so the Eight of Swords, when it's upright, this is actually really nice when it's in reverse, because you're unchaining yourself. Yeah, which further clarifies this, Ten of Swords energy. I think that you just kind of need this reset. Like, yes, it's a self-care day, but not in the traditional sense. Really try and calm down in your mind. Unwind in your mind. Yeah. It'll unchain you. It'll unbound you. Yeah, that's really important. Let's see, what else do we... I think you're a quick learner. I think you're a very quick... It seems like you have a very fast-witted mind. Ooh. Okay. Write a gratitude list and music. Listen to music. Writing a gratitude list. I want to see what this says. It says, today I'm thankful for... And music, with this drum, I feel like listening to like rhythmic music, or just taking the time to maybe meditate with music is really important to you. Yeah, I feel like this will really help, for sure. All right, pile number 2. Well, I hope you found this reading informative and really helpful. We're going to turn it over to pile 3. Thank you so much, guys. Hello, my lovely, lovely pile number 3. I hope you are doing absolutely wonderful today. I'm just going to light some Palo Santo wood here. You have chosen the Three of Swords from the Golden Wheel Tarot deck. Okay. With the beautiful Angelite. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. I'm gonna put this card over here. I just need to see. Oh yeah, that was perfect. All right, and let's start out with some oracle cards here. Okay, well, I already got that. Please, can we get some oracle cards for pile number 3, please? 1, 2, and 3. Ooh. That one for sure. Oh boy. Two and 3. All right. Now let's see what your oracle cards are. We have the last quarter moon in Scorpio with reveal what needs to be seen. I'm gonna put this up here. Maybe. We have lighten up. Ooh, with the last quarter moon in Leo. And then we have find a balance with the full moon in Libra. Ooh, flow like water. These are beautiful messages here. We have make a vision board. Wow, these are actually really helpful. And spend time with animals. I haven't seen this in the deck yet. That is so beautiful. I'm not sure if I didn't say this in the beginning, but that's just because it's my first time. But if you're looking for a sign, I'm seeing perfect. Anywho, if you were looking for a sign, it looks like we have the deer, an owl, a bird, looks like a husky, a squirrel, a cat, a butterfly, a little spider. Cute. How lovely. And then we have authority with the Mars in, oh my gosh, I don't even know what that is. I think that's Neptune. We have control. Oh. Ooh, and we have devotion. This very much feels like Scorpio energy here. Although this is in Libra. What is that? Is that Jupiter? I need to look this up. Oh, that's Capricorn. Oh, it's Capricorn energy. But it also feels like Scorpio to me. Especially starting out the last quarter moon in Scorpio. Huh. We have the 3 of Swords. Alright, let's get some tarot cards out here. I'm going to do a quick ripple. Ah, my cards are flying out. Spirit, please tell us what we need to know today. Just take one of that. And one more, please. Okay. All right. So let's start off here. You have the 4 of Wands in reverse. You have Strength in reverse. You have the Queen of Wands in reverse. You have Temperance. Clarified, you have the Hermit in reverse. The Four of Cups in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. And the Eight of Wheels. Clarified by the Tower. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. These are very serious energies here. So for you, pile number 3, I'm seeing that I feel like there's a relationship going. For some of you, it will be a relationship. Or somewhere where it seems like there's very intense energy here. The reason why I say this is a relationship is because we're starting off with the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card, which is the soulmate card, which is upside down. And, you know, I know that we see a lot of, you know, reverse cards here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's all bad. That's just telling me that there is a blocked energy here. With authority, control, and devotion, I see an intense loyalty. I see, like with the card of Lighten Up, I also see that there is a lot of tension and there is a lot of intensity here, which is why I was saying the Scorpio. Even you have flow like water because, you know, Scorpio is a water sign. And the Three of Swords is, you know, usually the heartbreak card. Sometimes the Three of Swords can also mean a third party. I mean, look, she's very sad. This is not a happy time for you right now. Pile number 3, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay. I feel like something has happened here, or you feel like your world is crumbling. I mean, we have the Tower in reverse here, and that usually means it's like an internal type of crumbling. I think that things that you once knew are no longer the same. It feels like things have recently happened. Maybe it was a relationship breakup. I think something has happened in recent things that you have been very serious about, very loyal to, and now you've kind of seen, you know, the underbelly of something that has deeply disturbed you and deeply upset you. The good news is that there is things that you can do to help mitigate this situation. Right now, I almost feel like this is like licking the wounds here. Something's, you know, with this reverse, with these reversals, I see that there's time like where you're trying to take time alone, but it almost feels like it's hard to do so. I think that you are so almost like the sticker shock of something that has happened. It's almost hard for you to withdraw into yourself to really review without a biased perspective. It feels like you're really weak right now. It seems like you are, you know, not looking at the cups that you have. Yeah, very tough time indeed. I think usually you are very level-headed. I think usually you're able to see through. It seems like you, it seems like you might be very fiery normally. And usually you have like a rebuttal, or normally you might be having a hard time with controlling your emotions right now. You can't really have a conversation with yourself right now from a different perspective. And I think you're being, you know, the Queen of Wands, she's the Queen of Fire. She's usually very passionate. This is something that you care about a lot, obviously, with the devotion. Oh, yeah. With the Lighten Up. I mean, this is something that has meant the world to you. with the Temperance here and the Eight of Wheels, it's reminding you, it's reminding you that there's work to be done and you can work on yourself. I know it feels impossible, but I think it's like, look at the cups that you have. Look at the positives and the strengths that you do have. Let's change those limiting beliefs into something that's truly strong here. Let's be more kind to ourselves. I feel like this challenge is coming at a big cost. I don't think you know how to mitigate here. I think that you have been suffering alone for a while, or even or this level of intensity has not lifted. But what I'm what the cards are showing me here is that this is very much a personal thing, that there's things that you can work on, which I know may not be the easiest thing, whenever I'm upset, it's really easy to, blame others and not, look at yourself. And not see yourself as part of the problem. But there becomes a time where you have to, recognize what role you play in your own suffering. I think there's a part of surrender here, like with the flow like water. I think it's more of be malleable to learn something. Yeah, because it seems like you're not learning the lesson that this particular thing is come up to. You wanted control over it. Or maybe you really like to have authority over it, or it looks like you lost authority. Maybe you're not really credible right now, and you kind of got caught up in these things paired with the intensity. It doesn't seem like there's any balance here. So maybe see where you can loosen up the reins here. Where can you let go of and maybe say, hey, this was probably a part of my fault. I think there's a big lesson that's being learned here. There's things that are foundational to you that are crumbling within yourself. The Temperance is it's a card about discernment. It's a card about understanding, moderation is a big part of that. And that's the same thing with finding a balance. Yeah, what role did you play in the suffering? And how can you work on yourself? Turn this into a learning lesson. How can I'm going to go back to the cards here. How can pile number 3 loosen up a little bit? Where are areas that pile number 3 can loosen up? Please. Okay. You have the Six of Wheels, which is the Six of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Cups. Ooh. You have the Three of Wheels. You have the High Priestess in every single one. Ooh, I just, normally, I would think of the Six of Cups as I feel like right here in this picture is give to your inner child. I think you have a lot of gifts, you have apples. Think of, you have a lot of qualities, or you're not giving yourself maybe. No, you're giving your ego too much credit, and you're starving your inner child. I think that the guidance here is try and check in with your inner child and see what they want. I think this is going to be the foundation for this new creation of who you think you are. Or give you a different perspective on a new way that you can start thinking and growing and into this new person. We've had the High Priestess in every single deck, or every single pile prior, but this one's the first time that it's in reverse. I feel like this is adding to, are we checking in with ourselves? Yeah, I feel like this has to do with, we're not checking in. If we're going on the topic of the inner child, we might be meditating, but we're not shedding light on the right ones. It almost feels like you're juggling too much, or you don't really know where to start. I mean, he's blindfolded and he's on one foot. It seems like you're really getting ready to fall, and I'm so sorry that you're going through this. It seems like this is a really tough time, and it almost feels like you can't mitigate it. It seems like you are going to be help healed, or maybe like bits of inspiration can be made by visually looking at things, or externally putting it into 3D. I feel like your mind right now isn't your best friend. Yeah, I feel like externally seeing what you want to do or where you want to go, as well as like externally like healing yourself in nature with animals. If you have a dog, you have a loved, any type of pet, maybe give them a little bit of extra love. Or at least try and go out in nature if you can. Yeah. I'm gonna get a couple more cards here. Abundance planning. And we have intuition and make an altar. Okay. Yeah, I think that this abundance planning is going to help yourself, especially with the Make a Vision board. And this kind of brings me to this Capricorn, back to this Capricorn energy. I feel like you may not know where to go, but you can start by visualizing. You can start by planning your rebuild, your slow rebuild. Taking a look at yourself through a different perspective. Get aligned with your heart chakra here. Maybe even your throat chakra. And again, with that 3D space. Yeah, I think that you'll be able to connect with, if you're having a hard time connecting with yourself. It just feels like such heartbreak energy here. If you're having a hard time with yourself, I think putting it into the physicality. Where do you want to go? Put it out on a vision board. What do you want to do? Put it out into a journal. How do we connect with our intuition? Make an altar, even if it seems cheesy. I mean, you can all you need is your intuition and pieces that mean a lot to you. Like, it doesn't have to be crystals. It just can be, make it what feels sacred to you, because it's your sacred altar. I think that using the physicality in the space is going to be able to help you elevate the burden and get out of your mind. I think your mind is in a toxic cycle. This has been kind of the case with the other two piles, albeit this one feels like it's the most severe, but I don't think that you're helping yourself out. I don't think we're being as kind here as we could be. Anything else for pile number 3? And 5. Okay, yeah. Make an investment on yourself. Make choices. Oh wow, you have the 7, 7, 10 of Swords, and the Knight of Wheels. Okay. I feel like making this investment on yourself, putting this into the physicality, discerning what choices, making the choices and discerning which choices are going to get you to rebuild and to find your foundation and to figure out where you're going, who you are, what's going on. Yeah, I think this will get you out. Like, I feel like this is going to get 777. Wow. This is going to get you out of this mentality of like, almost feels like you're hiding. This burdening energy. And it's going to move, it's going to transform this energy into the Knight of Wheels. I feel like it's going to start putting you on the track to abundance here. Yeah, this is a change of energy here. This is going to take both mental energy. You want to use the physical space because it feels like your goal is to, you know, is in physicality, which is represented by the pentacles. I feel like using that as to help you, as an anchor, to help you change your energy, both in the emotions as well as the mental space. Using this physicality, being physical, being in the 3D, putting your thoughts into physicality is going to really help you get out of this rut. Make that investment on yourself because you are worth it. You've got this, pile 3. I believe in you, and I hope you found this reading helpful, and I hope that it resonated with you. Well, thank you so much, and it was a pleasure reading for you.